The wheels on the truck go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the truck go round and round, all the town. The wipers on the truck go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the truck go swish, 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 all through the town. How does the horn go? The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 all through the town. The children see the bus and go clap, 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 clap. The children see the truck and go clap, 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 all through the town. The truck goes away, we say bye, bye, truck, bye, bye, truck, bye, bye, truck. The truck goes away, we say bye, bye, truck, all through the town. Yay!
Hello, this is Mayor Greg Luisi here at the Main Street Park on a lovely Saturday afternoon, and joining me today is the Superintendent of Public Works, Mr. Frank DeMarco. And the reason why we're here today at the Main Street Park is today is the third annual DPW Open House. This is an opportunity for the residents to bring their children down to the Main Street Park to see all the equipment that is utilized by the department to keep our village clean, to keep the village looking the way it does in such pristine shape. You get to meet the workers here that are responsible for keeping the village looking the way it does. And we also have a big float in the back for all the kids to play in, a big jumper. So again, this is just an opportunity for all the residents here in Tuckahoe to come down and get acquainted with what's going on here with the DPW. What is new this year, and Frank is going to elaborate on this in a few minutes, is the food scrap recycling program that we're going to begin to undertake in January. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Frank DeMarco once again, our Superintendent of Public Works. And I want to just ask one question. Is Frank, where did the idea come from to have this type of affair here in the village?
It came from my men. You know, my men have put this together every year, and they're more excited than I am about doing this. Obviously, you can see they're all at the tables, talking to residents that are coming by and informing them of a lot of the initiatives that we're doing. But that's what this is all about. This is Get Acquainted with Your DPW Day, and it gives residents and commercial establishments a chance or an opportunity to come down and see what we really do. The Department of Public Works has always been that lost department that people think that we just pick up sanitation, but there's just so much more that's involved in that. Not only do we do sanitation, we're a constructive department, we build, we repair, we do our own electrical work, we do our own carpentry work, we maintain and repair underground infrastructure, whether it be sewer, whether it be stormwater lines. It's hard to just simply define the Department of Public Works because we do so much.
That's absolutely correct.
We really do a lot. And it's a great turnout. This is our third annual, and it's just a beautiful day. I'm glad it's not going to be tomorrow because we're going to have a real bad day tomorrow.
Yeah.
But no, as you will see, we're going to be going around today, and we're going to be viewing, videotaping a lot of what we do here. You'll be talking to some of my men and see how excited they are about putting this day together. And it's not about just putting the day together, it's about what they do on a day-to-day basis. I mean, we're out here during emergency conditions, snow conditions. The weather is not always like this when the men of DPW were working. They're working in terrible inclement weather. And, you know, as of 2016, we're finally recognized as first responders, which is very important for the Department of Public Works, because without us first coming out to a storm or a weather condition or inclement weather to open up the road for the police and fire department, they can't get to what they need to be doing as well. So it's a big, important step for us as the Department of Public Works in being recognized for what we do. and the nation is finally doing that now. But you know, there's a lot we do. You know, we recycle, and we also take in furniture for the needy. And as Greg said, as of January of 2020, we're going to be starting our food scrap recycling program. So the Tuckahoe Environmental Sustainability Committee is here today, and we're selling our kits to begin this program in January. And the community will know more about it because we're going to be posting a lot of what we're doing on our website and also on our local channels. So in case anybody has any questions, they're more than welcome to call us at any time. With that said, we'll take a tour and see what's going on. And we'll also have trolley rides going on throughout the village. And what the trolley rides are going to be doing is showing people what we do here, a lot of our initiatives, a lot of our construction projects that we've done over the years, and just give people a feel of what the Department of Public Works really does. These are highly qualified men. They work hard. They work as a team. There's no one individual. No one calls themselves I when they finish a project. It's always us. And I'm very proud of them. And you'll see why. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tom Scobo. I'm the mechanic for the DPW yard in Tuckahoe. These are some of the trucks that I maintain here. The first one is the leaf truck. It also doubles as a dump truck. And in the back here, we have the leaf box that sucks up all the leaves and whatnot. This is pretty much just your standard international dump. And then back here is a leaf box that has a 4-cylinder John Deere motor in it, and it's got a fan that sucks up all the leaves. It's kind of like a giant vacuum cleaner, and that's the simplest way to put it. And it obviously it dumps all the leaves out when everything's all set, when they're at the compost site. And the next truck that we got over here, this is the garbage truck. It's a 2018 Mack with a leach body, and it goes around. It picks up the garbage, the recyclables, the yard waste, all that sort of stuff. And it's everything on the back is hydraulic, and it's also a clean idle truck too. It has a DEF tank, a regen system, and a automatic transmission. And if we go around to the back here, this here's the business end of the truck, so to speak. You've got 2 tippers for the garbage pails, and then you have this bar here, which is for the dumpsters, and you have a compactor and everything in there. So the next one is the plow truck here. This truck is primarily just used in the wintertime, and it's got a salt spreader, and it also has a calcium sprayer, and it's got a conveyor belt to get all the salt out of the body as efficiently as possible. And this one's also a 4-wheel drive truck too. And this one's pretty much just straightforward. This is your calcium tank. This is your hydraulic tank. This is your valve body for all the hydraulics on the truck. And in the cab here, it's basic international interior. You have your salt spreader controls there, your controls for the plow, and everything else in there. And then up here is the business end of the truck. You've got a plow up here, and you have your front PTO drive shaft here. And actually, the interesting thing on this plow now is that we're actually running carbide bits on the front of the plows now. because they last longer. And that's pretty much it for this one. All right, the next one is actually our newest addition. It's a 2019 Freightliner M2 with a Cummins diesel in it, and this one has a stainless steel body on it. Also has an automatic transmission. This one's just rear-wheel drive, and this one again is a clean idle truck. So all the emission stuff is right under here. And your hydraulic tank is right there. And this one actually has a load of a compost on it too. And this one's just pretty much just a straightforward dump truck. And there's not much to this one really. All right, the next one here is our sweeper. It's a 2014 Isuzu cab with a Timco body on it, and this one is also a clean idle truck. And you've actually got two engines on this one. You have a sweeper engine and you have the truck engine, and you also have the two steering wheels as well. All the controls in there to run the whole thing. And this one is actually running foam-filled tires as well. Huh? Oh, that's your control panel for everything that runs the sweeper. And then pretty much everything from here forward is just your basic Isuzu truck. So this one obviously just goes around sweeping up the streets and whatnot. This one here is one of our 1-ton dump trucks, and in the summertime this is used for hauling material around, bringing stuff up to the compost site. In the wintertime, as you can see, we have a plow mount on the front of it, so this runs a plow in the wintertime. And it also runs a 6.2 liter Ford V8 gas engine. And this truck's pretty straightforward. It's just your standard Ford F350. And then also in the wintertime, we run a salt spreader in the back of the bed here, and then we have our hookups for all of our hydraulics on our salt spreaders. So in the wintertime it's a salt truck, in the summertime it's a dump truck. And this one here is also dual purpose. This is our water truck, and in the summertime we use it to water the trees, plants around the village. And then in the summertime, what we do is we fill that tank up with a calcium and brine, and we have a spray bar that goes into the tow hitch, and this hose hooks right up to the pump, and you hook it up to the spreader bar, and you're all set. And now what this truck does is it goes out before the storm hits, coats the roads, and gives us some time before the salt starts sticking, or before the snow starts sticking. And then this one also runs a plow in the front too. And again, it's the same Ford F350 with the 6.2 liter gas engine. And that's pretty much it on this one. And then this truck here is a 4-door truck. It's a liftgate actually. So anything for picking up anything for that the garbage guys need to pick up, like metal, TVs, anything like that. That's what this does. And it's on a standard, again, Ford F350 chassis. We try to keep everything pretty much the same, so that we could have a few of the same filters in stock, and it's all the same engines. And this one's a 4-door so that the whole crew can go. And again, same Ford F350, same motor, all that sort of stuff. All right, so this one is our John Deere 624J loader, and it's a straight 6 John Deere engine with a turbo on it. And this is used for a lot of different things around the village. It loads up the assault trucks in the wintertime, and it assists in various projects and just all that sort of stuff that you need a loader for, really. And like I said, it's a straight 6 diesel. It's 4-wheel drive. It articulates in the middle, and yeah, this one's pretty straightforward. And then the next one that we got here is a Bobcat. This one again loads up the smaller trucks, the 1-ton dumps mostly, and again it's used on a lot of construction jobs, just like the loader is. And this one runs a 4-cylinder diesel in it, and the buckets are interchangeable, just like the loader buckets are interchangeable. You could put a set of forks on it, you could put a jackhammer on it, pretty much anything that you need. And this is your auxiliary setup for your auxiliary hydraulics. And this one actually steers kind of like a tank does, in the sense that you yank on one stick and one side turns, and you put both forward to go forward. You put both back to go in reverse, and then that's how you turn and maneuver this thing. So that one's pretty much just straightforward. And then the next one that we got is our John Deere tractor. And this is also a new addition. So this one here is also multi-purpose. It right now we're showing it as a mower, but we also have a plow for it. We have a snow blower for it, and it's got about three different PTO setups on it. And when we got it, we put the lights on it, and all that other stuff. This runs just a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder diesel engine, and it's a hydrostatic transmission. So it doesn't have a traditional transmission. It's actually, the best way to think about it is like a giant hydraulic pump. And this one's also 4-wheel drive. It's got it's also got an attachment point at the rear too. So it's a very versatile little tractor here. All right, so this is our light truck here. This is a Chevy 4500, and it's a 8.1 liter gas motor. And we use the gas engines because this goes out at all hours of the night, and we don't want it too loud particularly. It's got a hydraulic boom up there, and it's primarily used to change street lights, to trim trees, cut trees, all that sort of stuff. And we have a rear bed here, which is where the boom is, and where all the tools are kept. And this one's only a rear wheel drive, and it's also got a set of outriggers, because you need a set of outriggers on something like this because of the way that the weight is on the boom. And we also have an air compressor on the back of it. We have a and we also have a vise, and that's pretty much it on this one. So this is our 2019 Ford F250. Again, it's running the same 6.2 liter gas engine, automatic transmission, 4-wheel drive, and it also has provisions for a plow on the front. And this one's just a regular old pickup with a plow on it, but it has many different uses. You could use it as a plow. You could use it to pick things up at various jobs and what have you. and that's what this is primarily used for. This is another one of our new additions.
Hi guys, I'm Joe Marzella, highwayman, DPW. I'm going to give a tour of the yard and show you all the things that we have going on here, a lot of things. So we'll start over here actually. We have installed a stormwater separator, and all the contaminants, they go inside these chambers over here. So the clean water comes into here, then goes out into the Bronx River before it doesn't go straight in dirty and everything. So it cleans out and then goes out. And
It's like a mechanical separator. Right?
yeah, mechanical separator. It's just got like a screen there, and it lets the water go through and keeps everything else behind it. It gets to a certain level and then it spills over.
The branches and cans or whatever is in.
Yeah, it stays in the pit, so we get it sucked out every year or so to clean out whatever's there. The oil, everything, it just sits at the bottom, and the clean water goes out.
It's just a series of chambers.
Right.
And it just mechanically just separates everything. It's pretty amazing.
What you're saying from the whole town it feeds?
No, the
No,
yard.
just in our yard right now. So these drains right in front, and these back here, that's right now. But we also have at Fisher Avenue parking lot. We have one also there that does the same thing.
If you take the trolley tour, they'll explain that to you.
Right. Okay. So this area right here is going to be the new area for food scrap recycling that people are going to drop off. We're going to have bins over here, right where that sign is. And this is happening in January of 2020. People are going to come here and drop them in the bins, and somebody's going to come pick it up and take it to a place that they recycle it with the and with compost and everything.
Yeah, we're trying to monitor its progress for the first year. So we're going to have people delivering the food scraps to us, so we can monitor the progress. And after that, we're hoping that we could do curbside. But we need time to monitor what we're doing. We want to do it right. And again, the food scraps are going to be delivered here, and we haven't contracted for a carting company that's going to come and pick it up yet. But that'll all be taken to Ulster County, will be processed and created into compost. All right?
Okay.
We are
Yeah.
cardboard, plastic
Right.
bags, and we have textiles here as well.
Right there.
The bins will be labeled. They'll all be labeled.
Right.
I guess, right?
All right, so this building, this is the original building. This is the newer building that was built in 2010. We'll see after. We have on the top of the building, it's a flat roof, so the water drains out and goes into these storage tanks that feed the plants and stuff out here. So that's our system for watering the plants. And also this building does the same thing. It goes through the gutters and goes through the back and feeds the plants in the back for us.
Good practice what you preach. Way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Over here, this one we have storage tank. That one just goes directly out when it rains. So one garage that we have, we usually keep the plow trucks in here and some tools and stuff. We also have drainage in there. We have a heated floor that we put in this one a couple years ago. So it cleans up, melts everything off the trucks and stuff when we park them. Mechanic works on the thing, something breaks, and in the middle of the storm, at least he can melt, clean off the truck and everything. And so this building, we actually redid the face a couple of years ago. Cleaned everything up. Two big plow trucks, just like that one. The other one's in the park, and then we have two little dump trucks and a few pickup trucks. Yeah, that's a calcium chloride tank. We go out and pre-treat the road sometimes, spray it, so it gives us some time to come in when it snows.
We are experimenting with.
The beet juice, right?
Beet juice.
Right.
And we're using some products from Broken Bow. Some byproducts, and we're using some natural organic products to hopefully help us fight storms and inclement weather conditions. So if you notice that before a rainstorm you see the white lines in the street, that's the calcium chloride being sprayed, and what it does, it helps us. It gives us time to prepare for snow conditions before we could go out and start plowing. So it helps us quite a bit, and it buys us a lot of time. It saves us a lot of money. There's a lot of salt that we're not using that municipalities would be normally using. But just to let everybody know, we do try to use a lot of natural products. We're not using magnesium or anything that would probably eat the soles off your shoes. But we're using natural calcium chloride, which is a salt material. And again, we've used beet juice mixed with this, I think it's a 20-80% mixture, and other products that we've been trying over the years.
Where do you get the beet juice from? That much?
From beet farmers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, from beet farmers. And it's only 20% mixture, which really isn't that much.
We got over here our generator, our backup generator for the building. So if the storm knocks the power out and everything, we're still good to go. And something that we installed in there and everything, and probably saved about what, $100,000 doing it, doing it in house.
We did all the work in house.
Yeah.
We do a lot of our work in house because, like Joe, is such a qualified, skilled individual. But we have such skilled laborers in our department that we're able to do a lot of the work in house. We have carpenters, we have electricians on staff. Joe was a qualified, skilled everything, so I can't put a title with Joe. But this is one of the projects that we've done in-house. We received a $100,000 grant for the generator, and it's probably $125,000 to $150,000 to install it. Not only did we have to tie this building, but we had to go across and tie all the electrical in that building. So when there's a total power outage, we're still here to help out all the residents. We're going to be the first ones out. All right, so this was very important to us.
There's nothing going to stop us.
Nothing is stopping
Whatever
us.
we have to do, we'll do it. Over here, we got our fuel tanks over here. We have gas and diesel. And this is where we fill everything up. And mechanics garage over here. We have a lift in there. That's our sewer truck. When we get a sewer backup, we go out with that truck to, to clear out the any blockage or anything going on. This is our salt shed right here, the storage shed. We never had a roof on it. We always had a canvas, a tarp over it, and we would always have to lift it and come up with some kind of thing to keep it covered, a pulley system or something. It just never worked out great, but we finally got the money to build this, and we actually got everything in parts here together. We put it all together, and we put it all up there, all the whole crew. And
Just ask me a question.
oh yeah.
He wanted to know, do we do our own maintenance on that truck?
Oh yes, we do. We have a mechanic that does everything.
Oil change, keep
Yep,
the
everything.
trucks running?
Brakes, tires,
Oh, okay.
everything. Yeah.
Great.
Yep. He's always here. He's
Very good. Thanks.
no problem. And yeah, so we built this a couple of years ago, the salt shed. So now 95% of the salt doesn't get ruined because we have everything covered up for the most part. So, and that's that. What else? And we saved a lot of money doing it ourselves too. I don't know what the numbers are, but it's up there. About $100,000. So, this dumpster right here, this is for the sweeper when it picks up on the street because it has contaminants in there. It has oil and all types of stuff in there. So this gets picked up and they burn it. It goes to a separate place to, we don't just dump this anywhere. They pick it up and burn that stuff. This is our furniture share house. Drop off, so when people have furniture that's lightly used and somebody else could use it, we bring it over here and they come pick it up and they give it to families in need, and that's really great. So that's pretty much it. We got some bins back there to keep material and stuff like that for us when we have to do all types of jobs, and we have our metal dumpster back there. So our metal pickup, we dump everything in there and then we crush it for them, then they come and pick it up and swap out a new one. This black dumpster right here, that's the TV dumpster. So whenever they pick everything up, it goes in there, and they pick it up and dispose of that correctly.
We used to collect vegetable oil from restaurants and process it here our mechanic Joe Tavalillo processed the vegetable oil so we could use it in both of our sanitation trucks to fuel.
No kidding. Yeah.
So 2 of our sanitation trucks ran on 100% vegetable oil. And we would collect
Gasoline, you mean? That's the fuel.
instead of diesel.
That's the fuel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we're doing now is we can't do that any longer because we purchased 2 brand new trucks and they wouldn't warranty them if we were running on 100% vegetable oil. But we are using biodiesel. Biodiesel is 20% vegetable oil and 80% diesel. So we are doing that.
And what do those silver things up there do? Yeah?
Those are spreaders. Those are salt spreaders. They spread salt. Yes.
Oh, they're just sitting. I see. I thought it was part of that.
But that yellow container, like what I was saying, is where we stored our vegetable oil for processing.
When does the warranty run out?
I know, right? And that's really it.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Hi, we are at the DPW Day in Tuckahoe. We are introducing food scrap recycling to the residents, which we're going to start in January. We are selling bins for $20. This is your kitchen bin. It has compostable bags in there. You put the food scraps, anything, bones, meat, cooked food, plant food, etc., anything. When that fills up, you put it in the transportation bin, and when that fills up, you take it to the DPW yard where we have larger bins, and what we do is we create compost from all of these food scraps. And if you look over here, these are samples of the results of the composting. It's wonderful stuff for your garden. If you're a gardener, you will love this stuff, all right? Again, when this program starts in January, we are asking residents to take this transportation bin to the DPW yard. If the program takes off, we will have street pickup. So residents, please consider food scrap recycling. It's a win-win situation. We will save money on tipping fees for less garbage, where we have to take the garbage, deliver the garbage trucks to the recycling center. We have less pickup. So it's a win-win situation for the village. And please, remember food scrap cycling. And our website is tesc-tuckahoe.org. Please come in, sign your name, put your email address in, and we will contact you. Thank you.
Everybody, welcome to our 3rd annual DPW Get Acquainted with Your DPW Day. We had a great turnout today. We had some beautiful weather. Thank you for coming. You know, the main reason for doing this is that no one really knows what DPW does. And these guys do quite a bit. You know, it's not just picking up garbage, it's repairing infrastructure, electrical, whether it be carpentry, and what else? What else we got there? But you know, we're just going to showcase some of the initiatives, whether it be sustainable initiatives or, you know, a lot of just the major construction work that we've done in Tuckahoe. All these, see all these decorative lights out here, they've all been transformed over to LEDs. So we're about almost 80% LED lights in the village of Tuckahoe. All of that was done in-house. We try to do as much in-house as we can because what does it do? It saves taxpayer dollars. The salt shed at the DPW yard, we did that in-house, saving about $100,000. The generator at DPW, all that was done in-house, saving about $125,000. Traffic is never good on Main Street, so you either got to beep your way down or run somebody over.
What's the generator for?
The generator is for electrical backup power in case there's an outage.
Oh, so backup.
It's a backup electrical generator.
Yeah, thanks.
Anybody have any questions?
So it runs on gas. It's like a gasoline, like you have one in your home. My little gas-powered generator, that's that, only it's a much bigger power.
Natural gas or gasoline?
But I mean, if the town goes out and you want to keep certain places, you have to keep certain places up and running. That's where the power comes from?
Yeah, we have natural gas. Natural gas is being used by the generators
To keep the DPW running.
and the community center library and the village hall.
Oh, it keeps all them going.
Yes.
Ah, yeah.
We're approaching Yonkers Avenue. I just want to talk a little bit about Yonkers Avenue. Yonkers Avenue runs parallel with the Bronx River, and what happened years ago is the water line was eroding our road, and the road was actually shifting into the Bronx River. You can see the movement. The entire road was actually moving into the Bronx River. So we reached out for the Army Corps of Engineers, and we got grant funding to redo all the stone work around the Bronx River, and we did this entire road. So during construction, this road was closed for almost about a year and a half. This is the road right here. So all this shoreline in here was all redone. We put all new stones in here, working with the Army Corps of Engineers. But most importantly, is DPW reinstalled this road. We did all this work in-house. We actually poured 500 cubic yards of concrete in this road, and we did all that in-house. We did all the concrete work along your right side here, installed all the railing work. We actually did all the underground electrical work in-house, installing all the decorative fixtures, saving approximately almost $300,000, but not more. All right, so these are some of the things that we're doing at DPW, and it's because we have skilled people like Silvio and others that are working together. And they're not just labor, they're skilled people that are working, skilled employees, and together they work as a team. And team is important because we believe in team concepts. I don't believe in telling, I shouldn't be telling someone how to do a job. I believe that everybody has input and they should be telling all of us as a team how to do a job, and which is important. It makes it more involving for all the employees, and it makes it more exciting because everybody's got input in what we're doing. So that's some of the things that we do here in Tuckahoe.
That bridge down there? That bridge?
That's Westchester County.
Oh, county.
I know.
You know, we prune and trim all our trees here. We plant on an average of 60 trees a year. This year we're going to be planting about 120 trees. We try to maintain all our trees, unless it's a dangerous situation and we need to hire a tree company to come in and remove it or climb trees. We don't climb trees. So we try to make it safe for all of our employees.
2 years ago.
No, it should maybe go straight up and go down fast. Okay. And then you're explaining where the water down. Yeah.
If you want to go this way, we can come down that way. You know, it's just the little things. It's the little things that we do in Tuckahoe. Like for example, this area right here, we had new sign. The owner of the mall had placed new sidewalks in. So, being that he was doing a sidewalk, we determined that we needed to put more lighting in place. So the electrical and these 3 light fixtures that were installed here were all done in-house by our men at DPW. We all meet our trolley driver, Anthony Laurie. Give him a big round of applause. We just landscaped this whole corner here, so all this is all new shrubs, all new landscaping, new trees. try to create tree canopies like this in front of us. See the trees are overlapping each other? Those are the tree, it's called the tree canopies. We try to create a lot of this in Tuckahoe. This is our community center, our library. We're approaching the left side here where you see the runner in front of us. That whole fence line is owned by Tuckahoe. And what we're doing is we're removing, go down a little further, man. We're removing all the trees, the shrubs in place. We removed all the parking meters to the left here. You can see it looks like just a graveyard here. We're planting 100 trees in this whole area. We're using an organic type of sidewalk. We're using a lot of organic products and shying away from concrete, trying to give it more of a park look instead of, I guess, a commercial sidewalk look. But all these trees are getting removed in here, and we're working with MTA. They're going to clear their side. And these are going to be, we have this whole place going to be landscaped. We had it all redesigned. Coming up to the left here, you can see where we started to begin the work this past Monday. And you can see where some of the trees were removed. And some of the preparation work we're doing so we can go in turn and plant our 100 trees. But in turn, we're also repairing, you can't see it, but there's a stone wall on the other side of the fence which is owned by Tuckahoe, but it's on the MTA side. We're making all these major repairs. The meters are being removed, and they have a Pango system. Those that can go on their mobile app and just pay for it. That's basically long-term parking. Crestwood train station is totally getting refurbished. This is a grant funding that was in by the state. We're one of several train stations that are getting refurbished. If you notice here to the left, they're starting to begin this open platform concept. So instead of going up and down through alleyways, and you can now walk up onto the platform on MTA, which is what we're introducing here. This will be done by the end of this week. Believe it or not, it looks a lot worse than it is. This parking lot to the right here, it's called the Fisher Avenue parking lot. We had $350,000 of grant funding for this parking lot. It looks like a simple parking lot, but it's really not. It's pretty innovative. This blacktop is porous, so when it rains, you can stand here under torrential rain conditions, and you won't see water running across this parking lot at all. It penetrates into the soil, into a series of retention pipes. It gets filtered through a mechanical separator before the water is taken out to the Bronx River. We have a lot of native vegetation in the middle and also to the end here. We do have catch basins along the curb line, but it's pretty amazing that during heavy rain, water doesn't even make it to the catch basin. It all goes through the pervious pavement. So it's pretty interesting to watch.
What's the relationship with Tesla and the Charger? How does that work?
The Charger?
The Tesla Charger.
You just pay and charge. Electric vehicle charging station. We have one electric vehicle charging station here.
It works only with Tesla, or does it work with the Nissan?
It seems to work with all of them.
It works with all of them.
Yeah, we haven't had any complaints.
Oh, great. I was just wondering about that.
They are universal. And we have Station Park here. We just finished this park. This was also funded by the Rotary Club. And we had a small little area that we just wanted to do something with. And this is what we ended up with. This was a sitting area, reading area. It was very well lit up at night and landscaped pretty well. being this park is at the end of the road, all these barriers are able to withstand a 30-mile-an-hour impact. So anybody sitting at these benches wouldn't be affected by an errant car that might be coming down this block here, which is Lincoln Avenue. I mean, I know if I was sitting there and I seen cars coming down Lincoln Avenue, I wanted to feel a little safe.
My son is always 8. They scared the heck out of me.
These are coming down right away.
Now they're coming. You get one frost, they'll all come down.
My mother's August also, August 12th.
Here we have the Fisher Avenue Park. But the other side of this park is the old quarry, the old Tuckahoe quarry, where they used to quarry stone, known as the Tuckahoe stone. The Tuckahoe stone is used in the Washington Monument, the Lincoln Memorial, and some other famous spots in New York City and also in Washington. As you can see right now, it's just a lake. This quarry, this stone is high lime content. And with the high lime content, it was difficult for us to grow any trees or shrubs. So we connected with the Rotary Club and also the Audubon Society, and they gave us funding for all native vegetation in here. And that's the only thing that really took. As you can see right now, it's a beautiful park. It's well flowered and it's all native vegetation. So we have a lot of people sitting here just looking out into the quarry. And during full bloom, this is really beautiful. And you can look down into the quarry. This quarry is pretty deep, and this water stands at about 100 feet. And as the guy mentioned earlier, at the DPW facility, we collect rainwater. We have cisterns that we collect rainwater to irrigate our flowers, our plants at the DPW facility on one side, and on the other side we collect rainwater as a runoff, feeding native vegetation to the left of the DPW facility.
This is address number, this is address 377 Crestwood Avenue. It's a Tuckahoe PO. I thought you went to Crestwood.
Is that the office?
I guess you could go up it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
The old quarry, which has been controversial.
I call my call.
Excuse me, Silvio.
I'm sorry.
We're approaching the old quarry, and again, this is where it was the quarry Tuckahoe Stones. So it's been undergoing major development over the years. Coming over to the right, past this is Broken Bow. It's our Tuckahoe Brewery. Past Broken Bow to the right here, you see the development of a shell foundation. There's a restaurant going here that's being built by the Marriott. This whole property goes around and leads you right to the Marriott. But this is going to be an up-and-coming restaurant. What type of restaurant? I don't have it. I have no clue. I'll let you know when it leaves here. This site has been controversial over the years because there's been so much fill of material. And a lot of people say it's contaminated. And the DEC has been working with the developer in building the Marriott. And we're approaching the Marriott site to the right here, right now. This is the Marriott Spring Hill Suite. They're in the final stages of development. They should be done in about another month and a half or 2 months. But this was the old Tuckahoe quarry. And this has been in the making for probably 6 years right now.
You know when it's supposed to be open, Frank?
What's that?
When it's supposed to be open?
In about 2 months. In about 2 months. To the right here, I don't know if a lot of people have never heard of a bioswale, but to the right, this is what they call a bioswale. Water will run down this area, and it'll find its way up on the curb on the plant side. And what it does, it feeds and waters the plants on the opposite side here where all the trees are. And we do have some plants growing here during summer months. But we're using rainwater to feed this area of plants. It's called bioswale. And the ground penetrates the water, it goes through a filter fabric, and it actually filters the water before it goes out into our waterway. So this is another bioswale. The other one we have constructed was at the Fisher Avenue parking lot. And I think that's all we have, right?
Yep.